Hey y'all, hey. So this is me being back. I'm just really working on being consistent. Today is day 3 of the self-love journey, the fall in love, self-love journey. Um Yesterday I reflected a lot. I was doing affirmations. Yesterday was affirmations. Today is doing a digital detox. Now, I'm going to be honest, just trying to be serious about my content creation, and I didn't plan this all the way out. So I do have a live schedule today, but then I'm not going to be on social media for the rest of the day. I've been in this big thing trying to be able to go live on TikTok and just trying to build up my TikTok. So I've been trying to stay on there and go on the lives, but for the rest of the day today, I'm not. I actually have some books that I'm going to read. There's some journaling that I'm going to do. I have my journal here. Um, that I wanted to do. So for my day 3, I didn't really put an entry. But with my affirmations from yesterday, I was just like some of the affirmations. I deserve the life I desire. I am enough. I am love. I am wealthy. I am a good person. I am a billionaire. I'm a philanthropist. I was reading those over and over and over again to myself yesterday. Um, I got some sticky notes, and I'm going to actually put the sticky notes so that I can put my affirmations today and just see if I can just start putting the affirmations in front of my head on a regular basis. Doing meditation. So what I decided that I wanted to do is just start being. Someone had told one of my cousins, and I think it was the shaman had told one of my cousins that, just start doing. So with the wellness center, I want to be able to have my wellness center up and moving. So every Monday through Friday from 7 to 8 we'll do 7 to 7:30 we'll do like meditation, and then 7:30 to 8 we'll do motivation to just get people ready to start their days. So we'll be doing that. We started that on Monday. Just starting putting it out there so you'll know that you'll have a place for meditation. I think I'll do Saturday and Sunday as well. Just 7 to 8 every morning. I'll just give everybody that for, just to be able to motivate and meditate. So I know that people do different practices to get ready in the morning. I might take it from 6 to 6:30, and then 6:30 to 7, 6 to 7 Monday through Friday, and then 7 to 8 on Saturday and Sunday. I'm tweaking the times right now, but I just want to be able to have a place where people can just tap in to come for meditation. I was thinking about doing it as I don't know how I'm going to do it as far as being, if it was going to be a paid service. I really just wanted to be a community that people could come in, and maybe just like a free will offering. I think that that's what I'll do. And you'll be able to do it on Zoom. If you want to leave a donation, you can. I believe that that's how I want to do it, just so that people can have a place for motivation and meditation every day. So we'll have that tweaked out by Monday for sure. Like I said, I've been getting up every day. I just wanted to see what time, but that's something that I committed to doing, to making sure. I might start putting the meditation videos here on YouTube so that you guys can see what the meditation is like. What it's like to be able to explore just having a meditation moment in the beginning of the day. Someone told me I was weird because I wanted to meditate in the park, but I feel like it's the most peaceful thing to be able to get you connected with just a peaceful place. I think the world is such a chaotic place in of itself already. So if we're working through life and just worrying about the hustle and bustle and trying to make sure that everything is perfect in every sense of the matter, then we're not going to be able to understand that sometimes the little small voices that we need to hear to be able to take us to the next step, we're missing it because we're so into the hustle and bustle. So sometimes it's good to relax your mind. Sometimes it's good to take a step back, to take a mental break. So I like to shut all the way down and then get into a place of positivity. So then when people are coming at you with negative thoughts and negative processes and all of their garbage, because people will come with you with their garbage. I like to look at it, an analogy that I used the other day is like, if you're a contractor and you have a contractor bag and you pull out a window pane, like one of the window sills. I don't know if they do them the same way, but like the old school window sills, they used to have like the ceiling around it used to be wood and it would be nailed in. and now they have it like a different material or whatever. But let's say that it was one of those old school wooden ones, and you threw it in a bag, and that was old wood and rusty nails and broken glass all in this bag, and now you're carrying it around on your back. You're used to it, but now you come with someone else, and they have their household garbage bag, and it's in the garbage, and they had fish last night and broccoli yesterday, and all of these rancid smells are here in this bag with all this yucky nasty crap that they have. When you take the garbage out of the kitchen, sometimes it's kind of gross depending on what you put in there. Old rotten vegetables, whatever the case may be, it's pretty bad smelling. Now you have this person, and they're carrying their bag, and now you're carrying your bag, and now you're gonna get dirty, and they're gonna get cut, and now it's like blood and a funky nasty mess everywhere, and now you're having children in these situations. So what I'm trying to do is to be able to make it where even if you have your baggage, you're able to deal with your stuff and have somebody else to be able to deal with their stuff, and then to come together whole. That's the whole point. And not just romantically, just relationships in general. We are looking at relationships with people because we're looking at it. A lot of us, especially women of color, we have baggage that we're bringing, and then men of color, they have baggage that they're bringing, and then it's like men and women can't be friends, and men and women can't have solid relationships because they don't understand the gist of being a friend, or they don't understand the gist of being a solid person, or they don't understand the gist of just being a good person. You don't have to be nice all the time, just being a good person. So I think when we start meditating and getting in connection with that higher power, and getting in connection with that higher self, and understanding that it's not what we think. We've been conditioned. So if we take a step back and look at it, and look at it in a different perspective, and look at it from, I'm going to allow grace because I want grace when things happen to me. So now I want you to allow that same grace. So these are the things that I'm looking at going into meditation mansion every day, and just bringing people to a place of peace. Because if I can take one person and change one person, then I feel like I've created my purpose. Because the world is not a crazy place. If you look at it, the world is really not a crazy place. The world is filled with crazy situations and people that have had crazy experiences. So now they have their perceived reality to make it look like it's a crazy place, but it actually is a place of love. If we each can tap into the space of love that we were created in, we would be able to go into a higher plane and live in success. So that's what my goal is, to be able to move my life the way that I see fit. I'm looking to manifesting a different way, not just for myself, but for others, and just moving in love and walking in love, and just showing the world that you can be positive in this crazy world. You can be a beacon of light in the world of darkness. You can be a ray of sunshine in your own little corner of the world, and you don't have to worry about what everything else in the world is going on. There's a war brewing, and you still can be a ray of sunshine. You don't have to think about all of the negativity that they put. So today is day 3 in a detox. Let's the digital detox. Let's cut away from all of the negative stuff. I'm pretty sure if you're scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and Snapchat and Twitch and all of these different platforms that they have coming out, people are spending their time on there, but people are putting their negative energy out there as well. So if you're looking at a space of you want to be positive, but you're constantly looking at negativity, so take a moment and detach yourself, disconnect from everything in the world, and just see what's going to happen if you just start looking at the positive things. Look at the things that you're grateful for. Take a walk today instead of scrolling on TikTok. It's a little bit rainy here where I am, but you can take a walk, or take a moment to stretch, or take a moment to do some, read something. There are plenty of books that we have in the Millionaire movement where you can do self-help. Right now we're reading As a Man Thinketh. That's a 2-hour it's a 2-hour read for the most part. So you can get that book and read that book in the 2 hours that you was going to scroll on Facebook or TikTok. Or why not take a moment to listen to someone, have a conversation, pick up the phone, and someone you haven't talked to in a while, connect with them and just see, maybe it could be something that you can help that person, or maybe it could be something that you can add value to that person. I think that if we're constantly looking to see how can we add value to others, Huh? How can we add value to others? How can you be of value to others? And what can you do to be able to fill someone else up? If we're looking for ways to fill others up, to build others up, to add values to others, then that's when our success will come. That's just the way that it was designed. I don't know why the way that it was designed versus the way that we've been conditioned is like total opposite. So if we start going back into the way that we were created, when we were created to fill others up with love, to build others up, to serve others, to be able to put the value in. Most of the millionaires that I've been studying and I've been looking at a lot, because it's like, all right, how am I going to put myself in a position to be a millionaire? But they're all philanthropists. They all give. And you look at it like they say, business people are selfish, but it's actually the opposite, because when you go into business, you have to offer a solution. You're offering a solution in exchange for money. So really, when it comes from a poor mindset, is, oh, business people, people in business, the love of money, all of these cliches are not in alignment with what we were created. Because if you think about it, when you look at it in every one of the doctrines, God, Allah, Yahweh, Buddha, they were God giving, creating us to have an abundance. Every last one of them want us to have abundance, but then they say the love of money is the root of all evil. That's not true. It's when you put your love, when you put the love into money and put that as your highest point. But that's where it's the evil, when you put that at your highest point. When you start putting your love into mankind, your love into the universe, your love into God, your love into yourself, and you putting these things into the right perspective, that's when the blessings will flow. Things will start happening, and then you'll just put yourself in alignment. Just start doing. When you say you want to be a millionaire, start moving like a millionaire. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not, my bank account doesn't reflect it at this moment. Howsoever, I'm moving like it. I'm not having the same conversations that I used to. I'm not hanging out with the same people that I used to. I'm not doing the same activities that I used to. I'm getting up and moving like a millionaire. I'm getting up and doing the things. I'm taking the actions that a millionaire would take. I'm reading the books. I'm putting in the work. I'm having the conversations. I'm putting myself in alignment. And guess what? The universe is making the people that are supposed to be in alignment come in alignment with me. It's just like almost like a miracle happening right before my eyes. And so I'm just going to continue on doing what I feel is the best thing for me to continue on. But then as I'm doing it, I want to be able to show everybody else that these are the things that you can do to put yourself in a right space to be able to be who you need to be. Working with this journey, the self-love journey, and just trying to be able to put myself in alignment on being on the best version of myself. I've realized and I've learned some things about myself just in these last 2 days. That one, I don't have to be a giving person. I don't have to be as long as I'm a good person, I don't have to be overly nice. I don't have to give to people that are not giving to me. I don't have to pour into people that are not pouring into me. And then what I realized, the biggest part, and I learned this pretty much yesterday with the affirmations, is I can pour into myself enough for it to be overflow, so I never have to lack again. If I have to give to others, I don't have to deplete myself. I can pour from the highest power. The highest power is with all the omnipotent, that's the everything. So why can I not be so filled up that now I'm full and my overflow is going to others? My overflow is now going into these other people that I'm going to put into. So now I need to connect so strong with the source that I can fill myself up, that I can now pour into a million other people to become millionaires. So that seems like a big task, to be able to connect so strong to be able to pour into a million other people. So you have to stay in alignment. You have to just disconnect with everything and everybody. You have to be able to put yourself in a right alignment to be able to move forward to the best version of yourself. And I feel like doing that when we're working to be successful entrepreneurs, when we're working to be just good people, when we're working to be successful in how you're looking at it. You don't have to necessarily be an entrepreneur to be successful, but when you're putting yourself in alignment and putting yourself in the right spaces, then success how you see fit. There's some janitors. I met a janitor and he's the most successful. He's happy. He loves his job. He loves going in when the school, to see the school floor shine, and he feels that that gives him a sense of pride, that's his success. And people will look at it, but he's happy. He has beautiful children that love him. The children at the school love him. His wife loves him. His family, the community, everybody loves him. And then children that he's been in the school system for so long, the children now are having children that are now in the school system, and they all love this guy. And he doesn't have what people would look at billions of dollars to be successful, but his success in his own right is that he's happy. He gets up, he does what he wants to do, and he does a phenomenal job at it. So that's success. We have it all mixed up, where success is looking at it where, oh, I have this amount of money in the bank and this amount of cars and this amount of jewelry, and I have this look, when most people are not really successful. Because look at what's going on with Diddy right now. Diddy has hella bank money, but he wasn't happy with himself, and to not own self be true, he wasn't able to walk in his truth. And so now he had to cover up, and now you cannot be happy in that right. So we're looking at success in a whole different way, because social media has it looking like that. The media has it looking like that. If we looking at it like, okay, success is this high ranking, but you're not happy with yourself. So we have to look at it and unlearn what we've been learning, and realize that success, how I see fit, is me being at 100% peace, me being happy, me being able to know that no matter what it is, I'm doing what I feel that I was created to do. That is what success is. When you're able to do what you were created to do, and you're happy about it, and you're at peace, and there's nothing that is going to take you away from peace. No bills, no anything. Is your bills are paid, you're living the life that you want to, with the people that you want to. That's success, how you see it fit. So if you needed to have it attached to a certain amount of money, then maybe you want to reevaluate, what do you need to do to get to that place? If success means you need to be a billionaire status, what do you need to do to get to that point? If success means you and whoever mate, or you and whatever children, or your family, or whoever your loved ones are, if you are looking for success, how you see it, define it. That's the first thing you really need to do, is define what does success look like for you, because success for me might not look like success for you, or success for the world might not look like success. Like I said, every last Oprah, Diddy, Lizzo, Jay-Z, Beyonce, they're all high statures of finances, but they're not in a happy place. Right now, they're all shitting bricks. They're all shitting bricks. Even now, they have with the whole the mayor of New York, and everybody on his cabinet, and everybody on his team, with the whole mayor of New York, they're all shitting bricks, resigning from their jobs. They thought they were living successful careers and successful lifestyles, because that's what looked good to the rest of the world. But now the rest of the world is looking at y'all like y'all corrupt. So this is why people are saying like people in business are corrupt. But no, you have to understand what the success look like for you, and then obtain the success how you see fit, not how the world sees fit. And we need to start unlearning what we were learning. Everything that we learned, go to school, get a job, make a career, be in debt, and that's happiness. No. Find a husband or the wife and have these kids, and no, you have to go within yourself. And that's where you feel like meditation will help you go within yourself and find out a connection with your higher power, so that you can see what your purpose is and how you can move forward. That's all I have for you guys today. I'll be back later on. I actually am going to be dropping some videos for the Love Rehab series, and then we also have some things with the Faded Wellness Center. I'm going to honestly with the Love Rehab series, we're going to be doing, I believe it's, I wrote it down in my book because while I was meditating. So October 8th, the Love Rehab workshop. It's going to be a virtual workshop. And really what we're going to do is just conversations for the brokenhearted. We're just going to sit and we're going to have like a workshop on brokenhearted, being brokenhearted, whether you're dealing with grief. We're actually moving into the space of dealing with grief, whether you're dealing with a breakup or death or whatever type of grief that you're going through, because grief you deal with grief differently. And when I had to go through dealing with grief, it changed me. It changed the way that everything looked. The ground doesn't look the same. The sky doesn't look the same. The air doesn't feel the same. Nothing feels the same from that day. Everything changed to me. So dealing with grief, and you can sit and you could be fine and everything is happy and joyous, and then all of a sudden you'll smell something and then you'll just start crying, like out of control crying. So grief is something that we really wanted to deal with, because I understand I understand not understanding, like that. I can make that point where I understand where you don't understand. Why is it that you have to go through this? Why, so we have tools and different resources that you can utilize to be able to deal with grief, because grief, like I said, grief, it comes out of nowhere and it will grief you. So we do have that. And then we're on October the 12th, we're doing House Music Hills. That's a virtual event. That's a virtual workshop that we're just trying to get us accustomed to doing the workshops again. The House Music Hills is something that's very dear to me. I ran it a couple of weeks ago and it did really well. So we turned it into a course, but we also have it as a workshop. And then on the 29th of October, we're doing the unmasking. That's going to be in Piscataway, New Jersey. So that's an in-person event. We'll be talking more about that. And then October 5th, I didn't talk about this, but the breast cancer walk. So we'll be making strides for breast cancer awareness. I don't know with my knee. It might be because it says in person and virtual. I'll know later on today, but we'll be doing something for breast cancer for the entire month of October. Breast cancer is really near and dear to me. I've had quite a few people that are dear to me that have lost the fight to breast cancer. So I just want to do something to put back into, the breast cancer awareness, making sure that women are being diligent with checking their breasts. So every year for breast cancer, I definitely like to do something. So we'll have that going on. Then in November, we're working on November. We have Small Business Saturday is November 30th. And Black Friday is the 29th, so we'll be doing something that weekend. And then we also have something, our Friendsgiving. I'm working on a date for that. November 19th is Men's Day, International Men's Day. I feel like men need, especially men of color, they need some type of something. They don't have anything. You see a lot of sister girl groups and, whatnots, but you don't see the men. So we're working on something. I have the Men Empowerment Network. It's called Men. It's a group that I have on Facebook that's really to uplift men. So I'm working with doing something with them and just building that community with the men that they can build up. So we're working on something for that, for men, and that's November 19th. I'm just working out the logistics of that right now. But we're working and making strides to be able to do what we can to be able to build the community and let the community know that we have holistic resources. I'm an advocate on trying to build up our health holistically, because I was 417 plus pounds. The scale was that, and that was as high as it can go, 417. So we put it as 417 plus at that time. I then lost weight. I then gained weight, then I lost weight and gained weight, and my weight has been a virtual roller coaster. Even now at this point, they gave me some medication and it took a toll on my weight and my hair and my skin. So I'm trying to holistically heal that, and I'm doing this journey, and I'll share this journey with you guys, because honestly, I feel like I don't know why they're not giving us all of the information that we need. We need to know that the Food and Drug Administration are owned by the same people. So if they're giving us the foods and the drugs, so the foods that we're eating are making us sick, and then they're giving us drugs that's making us sicker. And that's exactly what's been happening. So we need to know what foods that we need to be eating, what a lot of these genetically modified products we're putting in our bodies, and this is not what we need. And these are the things that are causing the cancers, and these are the things that are causing the inflammation and causing the pain. A lot of the things that we don't know, and we can take, there's something that was created on this earth by our creator that's going to be a cure for every ailment. There's a plant for every ailment that we have, that they have put out there. There's a plant for the cure, and they know that. But then they know that if we're able to get these plants, they're going to either have to mass produce them, and they haven't figured out a way to mass produce them where they can capitalize off of it. So they genetically modify things that they can mass produce so that they can make the money, and they're padding their pockets and hurting us in the meantime. All of these strange diseases and bugs and all of these things are created in labs, and they're killing us. they're killing us. So we need to be more vigilant with being advocates for our health and being advocates for our own selves and balancing ourselves spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, sexually. All of these areas we need to put in ourselves and balance them. And that's what the whole point of being at Faded Wellness. We're balancing holistically. I'm a certified life coach, but I have so many different areas that I'm able to work on. So I'm able to help balance in many different areas. My degree is in entrepreneurial studies. So where I'm looking at things and doing case things logically, I'm also working on the spiritual realm to it. So it's like I'm trying to be able to balance it all together. And the more that I connect with my higher power, the more I start hearing things and feeling things and realizing that there's a paranormal thing, something going on out there. And I'm not going to touch too much into that because I understand when you connect with your higher power, you are able to hear the things. You're able to see the things, like physically see the things in your visions, and you're able to now start moving towards it. So this is why reading As a Man Thinketh has changed me, because now it's like everything is in the thoughts, and if I'm thinking it and I'm able to see it and I'm able to connect with my higher power, however it looks like it, then maybe, just maybe, I can write out on my book the way that I want my life to be, and just maybe it will happen for me. So this is the power of manifestation, the law of attraction. And when you start putting the law of thoughts into with the law of attraction and the law of visualization and the law of polarity and putting them all together, the manifestation has to happen, because they're laws. It's not anything that I'm making up. It's the laws of the universe. So once we start learning the laws of the universe and tapping into what the laws of the universe have, and not just staying strictly with one particular religion, if we look at it, each religion has a part of it, and if we put them all together, now we put in the pieces of the puzzle together, we have this life thing figured out. But if we take off our blinders and realize that we're looking at it through a conditioned way, the King James was a king. That was government. So how come religion and government was together back then, but it can't be together now? We have to think about these things. King James was a king. That means that he was the ruler of the time, and he wrote the laws of that time. So now we're using the Bible as our doctrine, which is nothing wrong with that, but there's some things that may have been watered down. There's books of the Bible that are missing. So where are these books that are missing? Because King James, that's just like saying at the point in time, if we allowed Biden to be able to rewrite the Bible for his own doing, there are a lot of people that's going to be on the other side that's going to be like, no. So let's think logically, what happened with King James? That's all I'm saying. And we could just take the doctrines and use it how we want to. But if we connect it and we realize that Jesus said, follow me instead of worship me, that's a big difference in of itself. So these are the things that we're looking at and trying to understand spiritually versus religiously. And like I said, I'm not a religious person. I'm not trying to argue with anybody about their religion. I believe that everybody's religion is what they're believing it, how it needs to be on their perception. And everybody that believes how they believe is perfectly fine with them. My thing is, let's allow grace for everyone to believe what they believe, instead of feeling like because I believe one specific way, this is the right way, or you believe one specific way, you're right and I'm wrong. How about we're both right, because somewhere down the line, each one of them have some of the same components. It's just that the little details were not different, but maybe, just maybe, it's the author's perception. And now we're taking their perception and bringing it into our perception with our life's experiences and making it a whole ego thing. But if we remove ourselves from that and realize, you know what, there is a creator in it all, I'm going to allow them grace to believe it how they believe it. If they allow me grace to believe it how I want to believe it. And let's just all move forward in this life as possible, as great as we possibly can. Let's look at it if we can move forward and just walk in love, because ultimately that's what we were created to do. Walk in love. That's really all I have for you guys today. This is day 3 for my self-love journey. I'm really excited about just taking this journey and just hoping and praying that somebody will be able to take this journey with me and make a difference, and just maybe some of these tools will be able to make you successful in your life, one, but then some of the tools that we pull together, you can become a millionaire, because that's my goal. That's the dream that I had 2 years ago, that I was going to help 1 million people become millionaires. So this is my quest on it, trying to do that. So you guys be safe. Have a great day. Namaste.